A very good evening. You're watching News 9 with me, Akshita. And first up, actress Anjali and director Kalanjiyam have taken their fight a tad too far. Kalanjiyam, who is very angry with the actor, had approached the directors' union. He sought a ban on her over her unprofessional behavior. And in a big blow to the actor, the union has banned Anjali. This has come after the actress delayed the shooting of their forthcoming movie. Anjali had signed the movie Ursu Tripuranam a year ago, but the actor has not finished her portions till date. It is said that the actor did not finish a few portions because of some serious differences between her and director Kalanjiyam. The actor once even went missing from the industry. The incident, of course, is still fresh in the minds of audience, where she accused the director, along with her stepmother, of torturing them mentally for money. The president of the Directors Union, Vikraman, had earlier stated that they would not resort to banning her, but it looks like her misconduct has led to them taking the extreme step. And moving on, obtaining sites in Bengaluru and Mysore is a near impossible task, but worry not, the housing minister has a solution.
JP Nagara ಮತ್ತೆ ಸಾರಕ್ಕಿ ಬಡಾವಣೆ ಎರಡನೇ ಫೇಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಏನು ಅವರು ಸ್ವಂತ ವಾಸವಾಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಆ ನಿವೇಶನವನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಅಕ್ರಮವಾಗಿ ಪಡೆದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆ ನಿವೇಶನ ಪಡೆಯುವಾಗ ಅವರು ಅಂಬರೀಶ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಹೆಸರನ್ನ ಬಳಕೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಮೈಸೂರು ನಗರಾಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿ ಪ್ರಾಧಿಕಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಮರನಾಥ್ ಅನ್ನುವ ಹೆಸರನ್ನ ಬಳಕೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ.
One person, two avatars. Are Amrish and Amarnath the same? Now that is the question at the moment. Housing Minister Amrish alias Amarnath has acquired 3 sites illegally from 3 different urban development authorities. The issue is set to become intense in the coming days since an RTI activist filed an official complaint with the Lokayukta today.
ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯ ಸರ್ಕಾರದ ವಸತಿ ಸಚಿವರಾದಂಥ ಅಂಬರೀಶ್ ರವರು ಹಿಂದೆ ಏನು ಅಕ್ರಮವಾಗಿ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು, ಮೈಸೂರು ಮತ್ತು ಮಂಡ್ಯ ನಗರಾಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿ ಪ್ರಾಧಿಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಸುಳ್ಳು ಮಾಹಿತಿಯನ್ನು ನೀಡಿ, ತಪ್ಪು ವಿಳಾಸಗಳನ್ನ ನೀಡಿ, ಮತ್ತು ಯಾವುದೇ ರೀತಿ ಕಾಲಮ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಭರ್ತಿ ಮಾಡ್ದೇ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ನಗರಾಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿ ನಿವೇಶನ ಹಂಚಿಕೆ ನಿಯಮ 1991 ಅನ್ವಯ ಉಲ್ಲಂಘನೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಇವತ್ತು 3 ನಿವೇಶನಗಳನ್ನ ಪಡೆದಿರೋ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾನು ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ಲೋಕಾಯುಕ್ತಕ್ಕೆ ದೂರು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೇನೆ.
One person, 2 names. It is being alleged that the housing minister has acquired sites in Bengaluru, Mysore and Mandya in different names. While the site in Bengaluru is in the name Amrish, the site in Mysore belongs to Amarnath.
JP Nagara ಮತ್ತೆ ಸಾರಕ್ಕಿ ಬಡಾವಣೆ ಎರಡನೇ ಫೇಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಏನು ಅವರು ಸ್ವಂತ ವಾಸವಾಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಆ ನಿವೇಶನವನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಅಕ್ರಮವಾಗಿ ಪಡೆದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆ ನಿವೇಶನ ಪಡೆಯುವಾಗ ಅವರು ಅಂಬರೀಶ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಹೆಸರನ್ನ ಬಳಕೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಮೈಸೂರು ನಗರಾಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿ ಪ್ರಾಧಿಕಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಮರನಾಥ್ ಅನ್ನುವ ಹೆಸರನ್ನ ಬಳಕೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ.
It is not just acquiring of the sites. The housing minister even contested 2013 assembly elections as Amrish and not Amarnath.
ಕಳೆದ 2013 ಏನು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಅಸೆಂಬ್ಲಿ ಚುನಾವಣೆ ನಡೆದಂಥ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಅಂಬರೀಶ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಅಮರನಾಥ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೆಸರು ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅಂಬರೀಶ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ದೊಡ್ಡಸಿಕೆರೆ ಗ್ರಾಮ, ಮದ್ದೂರು ತಾಲೂಕು ಈ ವಿಳಾಸನ ನೀಡಿ ಚುನಾವಣೆಗೆ ನಿಂತಿರುವಂಥದ್ದು ಕಂಡು ಬಂದಿದೆ. ಇವರ ಹೆಸರು ನಿಜವಾದ ಅಂಬರೀಶ್ ಅಥವಾ ಅಮರನಾಥ್ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ.
Will the real Ambi please stand up? We will be grateful if the housing minister is kind enough to clarify the simple doubt we have. A News 9 report.
Well, Nammapalike specializes in creating controversies. It doesn't matter how trivial the issue is, BBMP can still make a mess out of it. Here's a report on the latest controversy quoted by the Palike.
Yesterday you could see the board. But today it has vanished. In less than 24 hours, a BBMP auditorium was named after the mayor and changed. Those who named the auditorium cited the usage of mayor fund as the reason for it to be named after the mayor.
ಮೇಯರ್ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಅನುದಾನ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಅವರೊಂದು ಹೆಸರು ಇಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ನಮ್ಮ ಕಮಿಟಿ ಡಿಸಿಷನ್ ತೊಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಅದು ನಿನ್ನೆ ಅವರು ಇಷ್ಟಪಡದೆ ಒಂದು ಪತ್ರ ಕಳಿಸ್ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರು. ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಇಡೋದು ಸರಿ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಸೂಕ್ತ ಅಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಪತ್ರ ಕಳಿಸಿದ್ರು. ಇವತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪದಾಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳನ್ನ ಕರೆದು ಒಂದು ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಒಂದು ರಿಲೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟ ಇಲ್ಲದವರಿಂದ ಅವ್ರ ಹೆಸರು ಹಾಕೋದು ಬೇಡ ಅಂತ ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಬೋರ್ಡು ನಾವು ತೆಗೆದುಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀವಿ.
According to official rules, no buildings are to be named after a person who is still alive. And with the mayor himself sending a letter asking for the board to be taken down, the employee Bhavan officials have complied.
ಸರ್ಕಾರದ ನಿಲುವೇನಿದೆ ಅದರ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ನಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಸರ್ಕಾರದ ನಿಲುವು ಬದುಕಿರೋರಿಗೆ ಯಾರ ಹೆಸರು ಇಡಬಾರ್ದು ಅಂತ ಸರ್ಕಾರದ ಆದೇಶ ಇದೆ. ಸನ್ಮಾನ್ಯ ಈಗಿನ ನಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಧಾನಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳು ಸಹಿತ ಒಂದು ಎಲ್ಲ ಖಡಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಒಂದು ಉತ್ತರವನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಯಾರು ಬದುಕಿರೋರ ಹೆಸರುಗಳಾಗಲಿ ಪಾರ್ಕ್ಗಳಿಗಾಗಲಿ ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ಗಳಿಗಾಗಲಿ ಹೆಸರಿಡಬಾರ್ದು ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಒಂದು ಸೂಚನೆಯನ್ನು ನಮ್ಮ ಪಕ್ಷದ ನೇತಾರರು ರವಾನಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ನಮ್ಮ ಹೈಕಮಾಂಡನ್ನು ಸಹಿತ ನಮ್ಮ ಪಕ್ಷನೂ ಸಹಿತ ಪೂಜ್ಯ ಮಹಾಪ್ಪ ಅವರಿಗೆ ತಿಳಿಸಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ನೆನ್ನೆನೇ ಅದನ್ನು ಹೆಸರನ್ನ ತೆರವುಗೊಳಿಸಲಾಗಿದೆ.
Even on the day of inauguration, the auditorium saw a minor hiccup. The Employees Association President Subramaniam sparked a furor when he asked Gauramma, a corporator, and the Palike's Market Standing President Committee to step down from the stage. This move infuriated Gauramma and several corporators who accused Subramaniam of belittling the senior member. Post that, it was the naming that gathered limelight. Incidents like these show how well coordinated the Palike is and how well they function. Can we expect any changes in the near future? Pramod for News 9 Bengaluru.
Well, in a shocking incident, forest officials have seized 750 kgs of explosives from an SUV in Chikbalapur. Officials recovered 750 kgs of explosives from an Andhra-registered Scorpio travelling to Karnataka. The car, in fact, bears the registration number AP02M6678. Two people, Bhupati Naidu and Nagaraj, have been taken into custody. Well, this was the huge seizure made by the forest officials. Of course, this was one of the checkpoints near the forest area where, in fact, the officials are looking into the cars, and this particular Scorpio with an Andhra registration had, in fact, 750 kgs of explosives. Two people have now been taken into custody and are being questioned on exactly where they got the explosives from and where they were headed towards.
Hello.
Moving on, it was out of alleged negligence of the doctors that little Mariam Kausa slipped into a coma. For the last 6 months, she continues to be in bed with her condition not improving. But on the other hand, medical bills continue to skyrocket, only worrying her parents.
A look at this child will bring tears in your eyes. She is Mariam Kausar. For the last 6 months, she has been suffering terribly. All thanks to the alleged negligence of doctors from the Sanjay Gandhi Hospital. She has been taking treatment at the Manipal Hospital for the last 6 months. But sadly, there has been no improvement in her health whatsoever. Last month, doctors conducted a surgery to get rid of edema in her brain and incorporate a stent. Now, a plastic surgery also needs to be done. On the other hand, medical bills only continue to get fatter by the day. The pending bills have come up to rupees 22 lakh, and now there is none to foot the bill. In order to pay the humongous bills, parents are now mulling over the option of selling their house. The parents have also written 3 letters to the government urging it to take care of the bills, but nothing seems to have happened. In fact, the health minister once paid a visit to the hospital and promised financial help, but this promise remains unfulfilled. And as the condition of the child is serious, parents want her to be shifted to a different hospital.
Till that, we have not received any letter from the CM office, neither any health minister or nor from anywhere. Just he called up UT Khadar once and his PA to 2 lakh checks is ready, please collect. We are not ready to accept 2 lakh checks. We are demanding to send the kid for the further treatment to abroad.
Sources say that a foreign hospital is ready to administer her treatment, but the costs are really exorbitant. Until and unless the government comes forward to render financial help, the family has no option but to curse their fate. Maya Malyanda, News 9, Bengaluru.
And well, it's good news for all Shivraj Kumar fans as the Krishna Devaraya University in Bellary has conferred the actor with an honorary doctorate. Well, it was an emotional moment for Shivanna as his father, Rajkumar, was the first Kannada actor to get an honorary doctorate in 1973 from the Mysore University. The prefix doctor became a permanent fixture with fans using it extensively, and Rajkumar is still popularly known as Dr. Rajkumar. Well, a rare honour for the Sandalwood actor who has been notified for his contribution to Sandalwood. Shivraj Kumar will now be known as Dr. Shivraj Kumar, much like his father, and that is why it is all the more special for him. While his father got his doctorate from Mysore University, Shivraj Kumar is now Dr. Shivraj Kumar, courtesy the Krishna Devaraya University in Bellary.
ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನನ್ನ ಈ ಭೂಮಿಗೆ ತಂದ್ಕೊಟ್ಟು ನನ್ನ ತಂದೆ ತಾಯಿಗಳಿಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಸ್. ಇವತ್ತು ಶಿವಣ್ಣ ಏನೇ ಆಗಿದ್ದು ಅದು ನನ್ನ ತಂದೆ ತಾಯಿಗಳಿಂದಾನೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದು ತುಂಬ ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಯಾವಾಗ ಅಪ್ಪಾಜಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಯಾವುದನ್ನು ಅಪೇಕ್ಷೆ ಪಡಬಾರ್ದು, ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು, ಅಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ. ನಾನು ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲ ಅಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋದೆ, ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ. ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟೇಷನ್ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಈ ಪ್ರೀತಿ ಆಗಲಿ ವಿಶ್ವಾಸ ಆಗಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟೇಷನ್ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಎಲ್ಲ ಜೀವನ ಅಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ. ಅದು ಅಪ್ಪಾಜಿ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದ ಪಾಠ ನಾನು ಯಾವತ್ತೂ ಮರೆಯಲ್ಲ. ನನ್ನ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೂ ನಾನು ಅದೇ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು. ನಮ್ಮ ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರಾಗಲಿ ಯಾರೇ ಆಗಲಿ ಜೊತೆ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ ಇದೇ ಮಾತು. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇವತ್ತು ಈ ಗೌರವ ಸಿಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಖಂಡಿತ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಮ ಸಿನಿಮಾ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ತುಂಬ ಜನ ಕಾಣಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸರ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಕೋ ಆರ್ಟಿಸ್ಟ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರು ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಒಂದು ಆಶೀರ್ವಾದ, ಪ್ರೀತಿ, ವಿಶ್ವಾಸ ಎಲ್ಲಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ ಅಭಿಮಾನಿಗಳು ಏನೇ ಆಗಲಿ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಥಾನಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಮೊದಲೇ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಬಿರುದುಗಳು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಜೊತೆಲಿ ವಿಜಯನಗರ ಶ್ರೀ ಕೃಷ್ಣದೇವ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ ಅವರು ಡಾಕ್ಟರೇಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋದು ಬಹಳ ಹೆಮ್ಮೆ ವಿಷಯ. ಅಪ್ಪಾಜಿನ ಯಾವತ್ತು ನಾವು ಅಪ್ಪಾಜಿ ಕೇಳಿದ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ರಾಜ್ಕುಮಾರ್ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್, ಇವತ್ತು ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ರಾಜ್ಕುಮಾರ್ ಮಗ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಶಿವರಾಜ್ ಕುಮಾರ್